Oh, we are live. So, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Aftercast. This is episode 77. I'm your host, Victory Saber 77. What a coinkydink there. Quite nice. We do have some really good topics. Again, if you guys want to join, I have the link on my Facebook page. It's the Victory Saber 77. You just have to be familiar with Google accounts, which can be kind of a pain in the ass. But all we ask is that you have a headset or mic that you can communicate with us. Doesn't matter if you have a camera or not. If you want to have it on, cool. If you don't, cool with that also. But you can join us, join in the conversation, stop by, say hi, whatever you like. But if you want to stay in the chat, we appreciate that too. Give us some topics or throw out some ideas if you want also. But get into some introductions here. Charles, how's it going, man?
What's up, Jane?
Not much. Where can people find you, man?
I'm Charles. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Optimus4Prez.
Dalton?
I'm Dalton. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Daltonian CF Reviews. Or Daltonian CFs, jeez. Was this 2013 again?
Could be. Rocking the reverse Devi ROC shirt.
Yep.
Right on.
Nice.
Shout out
Josh?
to Chris Bickerton for hooking me with that.
Yeah. He is our personal shopper. Josh, you're up.
You can find me G1 Extra on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and pretty much everywhere else except for the Facebook pages, the G1 Extra.
Cool. Russell, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Where can people find you if they want to find you?
I'm on Facebook, and I'm also on Twitter, but I don't check it very often, so mostly Facebook.
Right on.
Russ Fall.
Cool. Man, welcome. Appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having me. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube at Van Brewer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you can find me Twitter, YouTube, Victory Saber 77, Instagram, and Facebook is the Victory Saber 77. And some quick little bit of shout outs. Sorry, Josh, but I have to do it. The ETR show Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the ROC YouTube channel. Go check it out. They're going to be going over TFCon stories, all the shenanigans that went on during that convention. It's going to be probably a really, really epic show. So definitely go check that out on Monday, this coming Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the ROC YouTube channel. And let's see here. What else do I have? Oh, I'm going to plug in. I'm wearing my little Darth Maul shirt. If you're on Instagram and you like Star Wars, join the Star Wars Elite. I'll put a link in the description. Just join that. You can. So it's just a bunch of us guys sharing our love for Star Wars. Quite fun. And so I'll put that in the description also. But let's get into some hauls. I know you got something, Charles, because I saw you Instagram it and tweet it out. So start us off, man.
Yeah, I picked up the Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F movie on DVD, and
Nice.
The Fans Project Code.
Which version?
The original one.
Oh, nice. Cool. You like it?
Yeah. Can't wait. I really want to get the virus version.
Oh, wow, you're going all out.
Yeah, I like the color scheme.
Cool. Dalton? Anything?
All I got was the ROC T-shirt, reverse Debbie.
Right on.
Kind of a goose egg there.
Nah, you got some. It works.
Yep.
Josh?
Nothing came in this week. I'm just letting it all pile up and just ship it once. I want to see how big of a box they'll actually ship.
Oh, Baldwin dropped.
Like when the guy was like, "Oh my God, dude! Like, are we delivering a refrigerator here?" Nope. Tons of big boxes.
It's a Prime 1 Studio Optimus Prime. Right there. Russell? Anything this week?
Yeah, I picked up a 6-inch black, what's his name, Zuvio? Did you say his name?
Oh, you got Series 2?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you suck, man.
Got a hold of him, and I picked up a 2-pack of the G.I. Joe 50th anniversary figures. I got Cobra Commander and Shipwreck.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I only grabbed them because Shipwreck was like my favorite G.I. Joe when I was a kid. So I was like, oh, this looks cool. I'll get him. And he comes with a commander, so hey, bonus.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Ben, anything for you?
Yeah, I was able to get the TFCon Voodoo Robots Courage Potion. It's pretty nice. Shout out to Chris Pinkerton. He's sold me one at cost. He definitely didn't have to do that, so it's nice to be able to pick that up. Yeah.
That's cool. How you like it?
The transformation's a bear. It's very difficult to get it back and forth, but I really do like each mode. The alt mode's awesome. The robot mode looks good. I don't have as big a problem with it as everybody else seems like in robot mode, but it's pretty nice.
Okay, cool. Right on.
How you like the app crunch?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, you got to definitely kind of work it to get it, but
yeah,
just a happy accident, I would say.
That's exactly what I think it was. But hey, it's cool we can do that. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and it's cool that it's a die-clone version also. So that's awesome. And Pinkerton was doing a lot of shopping. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he bought, Feral Nero Rex, I think, for some people. I was like, damn, dude. Or Jose, I think.
Beautiful.
But for me, real quickly, as hauls are concerned, I had to write them down here. I 3 3/4-inch Stormtrooper. I'm trying to build that up to 50. Yeah, I'm nuts, but I like army building, so fetish of mine. TRU First Order Snowtrooper Officer. I got the Batman animated Batman and Batgirl, which I was surprised I found those. So now I can actually have a Batman that will not have his ankles break when he goes into the Batmobile, which is gonna be cool. I did get a whole bunch of turtle figures, Mutant Shredder, Triceraton dude, I forgot his name, or Drag. Yeah. Fugitoid, Mondo Gecko finally, so that was pretty cool. And Jurassic World 3D, because kids love that. And I did buy the Millennium Falcon. I put that on Instagram. I know some of the guys at the Star Wars Elite wanted me to kind of take pictures and review it, but it's a piece of crap, to be honest with you. It's not worth $130 by any means. It's really small. The gimmick is kind of lame. And if you have the Legacy version of the Millennium Falcon, you're set. I wouldn't even touch this thing. It's kind of like a hit and miss with Poe's X-Wing, where it kind of comes warped. You have to kind of fix it, and it's just kind of like it's way overpriced. So goes on clearance, then yeah, I would probably consider it, but not right off the bat. No way. So
I'm really interested in that TIE Fighter, that the 3 3/4-inch.
Oh yeah.
I've heard a lot of stories about those wings looking.
The 3 3/4-inch ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind finding the 6-inch black one. That would be.
That thing looks gigantic.
Especially if Generations Metroplex can write it. That's cool. That's a bonus right there. But
we need a Generations Metrodyne though.
Yeah, that would be nice. I wouldn't mind a repaint of that. I would prefer Triptychon, but yeah, the mold's there. Why not? But all right. Let's just get into the nitty gritty. Masterpiece Ramjet. Are we excited, or are we like, it's MP11 mold again, just retool? Who cares?
Finally, I'm excited.
What were you saying, Russell?
I said, finally, I'm excited. I'm really excited about the MP11 mold coming out and looking like this. It looks amazing. So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what the cost one is going to be.
The what?
The cost.
It's. I guess they converted the prices to be like $134.
That's if you live in Japan and you can buy it. Yeah.
Or I think that was the HLJ price. Or.
Oh, so tack on like maybe $20 extra, maybe.
You're going to be paying at least $150. Whenever it's all, said and done.
Shockwave price.
By the way, Josh, it's not limited. It's only limited in Japan, not in online retail.
Oh, that's nice.
Very good.
Perfect then.
The reason why is Hasbro Asia.
Oh god, it's Hasbro Asia. So it's gonna be at least $200.
200.
So we're looking at 200 for that
I'm getting
bitch.
it.
Damn.
I'm getting
No,
that out of the
like
way.
I want the straight up Japan Takara one that's limited, and as soon as that pre-order comes up, I'm getting mine. I'm adding it, and like let me get it for like 150 versus the 200. I mean, just whenever you're talking about expensive figures like this, then $50 is a lot of money. I mean that's a red bumblebee right there. Yeah, the $50. So
Yeah,
save wherever you can get it.
definitely. I'm looking forward to the knockoffs because that's going to happen. And I know a lot of people probably will go that route if it does become more of that Hasbro Asia kind of $200 price point. But I'm excited. I'm happy. I don't have to try and track down the iGear versions because those are hella expensive. Gives me hope for the future for Masterpiece, for what it's worth. I mean, Charles, you gonna pick it up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking it up. And if a KO does come out, I'll get it for the jet mode.
I cannot because I don't have the money.
But if you did, though, you would.
I would.
Okay, awesome. Josh, definitely, you're gonna pick it up.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like the same with like Russell on this, where I'm excited for it. I can get excited for an MP11, like even more than I would Hasbro saying, "Hey, we're coming out with a Skywarp." Like, yeah, I'd be happy about that, but I kind of think that was going to happen. I didn't know when the Conehead thing was going to happen. I didn't know how they were going to, address it, and I think that they did it good. I don't see anything where you look at it like someone in the chat, I think on Cybercap said he kind of had a derpy face, but if you look at what he looks like in the cartoon, that's what it looks like. So I'm totally fine with that. So it got me excited for MP11 mold, and that's good. It's just are you going to learn from mistakes? Are you going to learn from mistakes here? You had floppy chest in the very beginning, then you kind of thought you fixed it with making it overly tight chest. Can we kind of get a middle ground there? While you're doing all these retools, can we get a middle ground with the floppy and also overly tight chest?
Yeah, definitely. But at least there's repaint value with coming out with the G2. They have that.
Mm-hmm. And the unreleased Sandstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. But Russell, I'm sure I already saw your excitement on Facebook, so.
Yeah, I was pretty geared up for it. When I saw the pictures, I was like, "Oh my god, this thing looks amazing!" So, I'm pretty fired up.
Yeah, I couldn't say it on the Cybercast, but I was like, "Are you fucking with me, Car? Are you really?" I mean, because I was taking a little quote from "There's Something About Mary." Like, you're fucking with me, right? Because I thought it was because you never know. It could have been Digibash. It could have been anything. But I saw who it was from, and I was like, "Wow, really?" But Van, are you a Masterpiece collector? I mean.
Yeah. I collect mostly Masterpiece scale, and I'm super excited to be able to get this. I missed the iGear ones. I didn't know how long it was going to take for a third party, and like you said, this really just came out of nowhere from Takara and surprised me this week. So
yeah,
I'll definitely be picking it up.
Awesome.
We can clearly tell also by the background of the van.
Now,
Do it now.
Yeah, I see a Masterpiece. Soundwave.
Oh yeah.
About good. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember? Speaking of the iGear ones that are kind of expensive or pretty expensive to
pretty
obtain
expensive.
The people that like just bought those maybe within a week, before that announcement of their coming out, or maybe even the people that just sold there before this announcement because it kind of came out of nowhere. Do you think that's kind of how the people that whenever Encore Fort Max was announced, the people that just sold their Fort Max for like $2,500, or maybe they just bought one for $2,500, then to find out, oh, I could have got one for $350. there's probably a little bit of that going around too with that.
Yeah, you're probably reminding them now of it.
I'm doing it on your
Wait.
show, so you're gonna be the one to get all the hate for it. Like, quit reminding me of this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Josh.
Well, when they announced the Masterpiece Shockwave, I mean, how many people probably canceled their Quakewave pre-order? You know?
Yeah, definitely.
I think Quakewave is a great figure, but I think I'm just there's a lot of people that would rather go Masterpiece than that. So official, I guess that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the Quakewave reissues came out, they had the clear, and it almost sold out at every online retailer within like a week. And as soon as the official came out, now you can pre-order the clear at every place. So it seems like a lot of people canceled it.
Yeah.
What if you pre-ordered the Quakewave at a place that like DVTS, you can just cancel the pre-order, but like I know TF Source, you got to pay right up front.
Yeah, that's true.
So what if you ordered it? That's kind of the benefit whenever if you're one of those collectors that collects official, but you're also collecting third party, and you're just kind of like, hey, I'm just filling a spot, filling a void here.
To keep dust off the shelves.
I think it's better to order from a place that you don't have to pay up front and you can cancel.
Yeah. Unless you like having one of both modes.
Like keeping dust off the shelves.
Yeah. I mean, if you could afford to have both, then they're really nice. They both have good, positive things going for them. But definitely, I would want a place that I would assume TF Source, or I know Toy Dojo does it, I believe, that you could simply email them, they'll cancel it. It's understandable. I mean, or you get store credit that will go right towards that Masterpiece Shockwave.
Right.
To be honest with you, they'll probably end up doing it that way. But yeah, I mean, it goes kind of in the story that I was going to talk about on like I mentioned, kind of on the Cybercast about. I really want to get KFC's Twincast and even their Transistor. I don't think that KFC is going to go the route they did with Citizen Stack, where crappy first edition. Hey, there's the exclusive, which all has the fixes, and you can go get that. I don't think they're going to do that with Transistor. But my only concern is, what if Takara decides to do it? And I really like the KFC mold, but what we saw with Soundwave and the Masterpiece line, you got Laserbeak, and then we got the tapes individually, or they're in 2-packs. All right. Granted, the Hasbro version came out, and you got the whole shebang, which was a nice kick in the pants to anyone who got the Takara version and all those tapes. But then you got Sound Blaster, who comes out with Rat Bat. Only way to get Rat Bat, unless you go with the knockoff. Now, I'm curious if what might happen with Blaster. Is he going to be like the original Takara release, where he does not come with the cassette? It's just Blaster. And then the other two are just a pack, 2-packs. Or is, let's say he comes with Rewind, like the KFC version, and then you have Eject, Ramhorn, and then Steeljaw gets packaged with the Twincast, if they do that, because that's how he originally came out, I believe, in Japan. That's kind of the reason why I'm like, I don't really want to have 2 Twincasts. I don't mind having 2 blasters, but that's why I'm kind of hesitant on the KFC. That Rosanna, too, I'm not really a fan of, just because I think she's too pink. I thought she was supposed to be more white and such, but I don't want to piss off Tulala if he's in the chat. But
yeah, he's in the chat. So.
Cool, officially sound.
But I just think it's a little off on the coloring. But yeah. But going back into Masterpiece. Oh, by the way, what's up, Trent? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? Pretty good, and you?
Pretty good. Thanks for joining us again.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, you are one of the irregulars. I mean, we kind of expect you to be here, so don't Dakota this up. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'll try not to.
High quality.
But okay, so with Ramjet and with Hot Rod with Shockwave, even Ironhide, because Ironhide's coming out in January, those are all new molds. Does it get you kind of excited that next year is going to be a good year for Masterpiece, or it's like, oh, okay, because there's repaint potential, but going into a movie year, all new molds, excitement, or are we just like, maybe we're getting all the good stuff up front, and then we're going to get a lot of crap? And I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I like him.
I'm excited about most of what I've seen from them. It's just that Ironhide, it looks a little. That's about the only one I'm kind of like, I don't know. It looks a little bizarre to me. I don't know why it just does, but.
But does it re-energize you for the Masterpiece line? Like, hey, I have something to look forward to, and then I think there's going to be a lot of good potential in 2016. Or, yeah, I still don't trust Takara.
I think they're going to start really giving us some. Like, I really want them to do a Masterpiece Jazz, because he was one of my favorites as a kid, And I'm hoping that we're going to get that, And this gives me a little more excitement to say maybe we will get it. Just because they are actually doing an Ironhide, now they're doing Ramjet. I mean, it sounds like they're listening to the fans a little bit. It's kind of nice.
They're also giving us masters for our generation, which could lead to other things.
How about for the rest of you guys? Excited? You're like, I mean, I've always complained that I'm going to be dead and gone by the time they actually get to maybe even headmasters, as far as official masterpieces. But I mean, how do you guys feel? I mean, like Josh, you're a masterpiece collector. You excited? Like, oh man, this is gonna be a good year for masterpiece.
I'm excited every year. Cause
thrilled to be alive. It's one more year.
Just because I like all the repaint stuff.
Okay.
There's to be some masterpiece collectors to where they're like, look, I don't need the yellowish or the black Ironhide. I don't need all the different colors of blue streak. Or I don't need the rainmakers on the Seekers. I just want main characters, And I'm kind of like that with like He-Man stuff. I just want main characters. I don't care about some dude that showed up for 5 minutes,
Don't piss off Count Marzo.
Come on. I don't want to put him on a rampage, but there are collectors out there that are probably like that. Even with the Star Wars, Blackline series collecting, there's probably ones that just want to collect the original trilogy. I started off that way, and now I'm like, no, I got to have them all, and now I've got to have, like multiples. So to me, every single masterpiece released, even with the Bumblebee, it's like, hey, you got like 7 or 8 different colors you could do that, dude. I'll take them all. Are there other things that should be released prior to giving me all those? Yeah, like a Jazz. That's something that we talked about 2 years ago. Like, I think it was like one of the very first Cybercasts we ever had. It was like, what are some, what's some characters that you think should be like kind of next for Masterpiece? And Jazz came up several times.
Same with Mirage.
I'd love to see an Outback, being an Australian. I'd like to see.
Welcome to the show, Rhino. That's what I'm seeing as your name there. So cool for joining us.
Thanks, guys. It's actually Nathan O'Connor. You showcased my couple of my little collections.
Awesome.
It's really great to be here.
Cool. Thanks for showing up. It's awesome.
And yeah, it's a great Sunday in Australia. Beautiful weather. Got the Barbie on, so I'll enjoy the show from here.
Cool. How about you, Van? I know you got Masterpiece. You excited for the official, but you also got third parties, so it's like, well, you got that right.
I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, I think the Ramjet is kind of making me a little more excited than I had been. I do with Josh. I do like the repaints. I'm gonna buy. I'm excited about the clamp down, even though I don't really have a connection to the character. I just think it looks good. But I'll take third party Masterpiece, whatever it takes to get a solid representation of the character. So, if they come out with repaints, it doesn't bother me. I don't feel the stress that some people do to hurry up and get all the new figures. So, but I am excited about that Ramjet.
Cool. Right on. Yeah. Dalton, I know you're getting into it, so.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this next year of Masterpiece. I mean, Ironhide, Clampdown, even though it's a repaint, going back to the new molds, but just Shockwave especially. That one's got me really excited. That one and Hot Rod.
Yeah. To be able to transform, and this is just an assumption, but being able to transform Hot Rod, it's going to be nice. And not have to worry about knees, shoulders, panels, all that type of stuff.
Worry about it shattering on you.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely seems like Takara's kicked it up another notch. It seems like they're putting out Masterpiece. I mean, maybe it's just me, but this seems like they're putting out more each year than they used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying.
Yeah, it seemed like we had to wait a while. Now all of a sudden they're ripping them out, man, big time. And I'm almost like, wow. You know?
Yeah, and we have the third parties, I think, to thank for that. They've really, I think, pushed them to get their ass in gear, to be honest with you. I mean, it's like we're spending quite a bit of money for third party figures, average price probably $150 to $200. We're willing to do it. And Takara's dragging their feet like, oh, that money could be coming into our pockets, you know, and I'm sure Hasbro would like to do the same if they could actually get away from that Seeker mold, which I don't think they can.
Combine it with molds.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I mean, the Masterpiece line looks good. I'm excited. I really am looking forward to the movie line because that also, after seeing Ramjet, I'm like, oh, wow, that's something we've been complaining that we don't have. Gives me hope that, yeah, movie year, maybe Galvatron, Cyclonus, Cup, Blur, Springer, RC, someone.
Yeah.
That's going to be coming in, which I think is going to be really cool.
You know, one other thing about you know, the repaints, because if you do collect them, like Van said, it's good for us people that were like G1 collectors. We grew up through G1. That's probably the reason why most people like to get into the Masterpiece collection, because it's like now I have articulated figures of those characters the way that I always thought they should be, but they always were like bricks. They just sat there on the shelf. But how many people have a Black Trax? How, you know, in the chat, how many people have the blue streak? You know, original G1s. You know, the Black Trax, probably none of us, but blue streak, James, you might have it. You know, no. so none of us have it, but now it gives us the opportunity to obtain those figures at a price that's affordable. You know, and so that's another thing that's really great about it. And you know, another repaint. We're gonna get a Black Trax. We know we are. It's just, you know, hopefully they do, you know, the research they need to do and make sure it's a turquoise face and stuff like that.
Yeah, hopefully. But it does give me hope. It just, again, it's that waiting game. I mean, I've been complaining about, okay, you have the Lambor mold, you have the Alert mold, which is essentially the same, it's just retooled, but we have Deep Cover, we have Clampdown. I know some people, you know, it's like, okay, whatever. It's e-hobby, then prior to that it's Diaclone, but it's a selling point, though. You have that. I mean, we're seeing all these other freaking repaints and stuff. It's not hard to, you already have pretty much gone almost all the way with the G2 Sideswipe. It's black, it's got red interior, but you're close to Deep Cover right there. You just need to put some stickers on it. But again, it gives me hope. I'm thinking maybe a Sunstreaker next year. Jazz. But if we go with the conspiracy theory of, hey, third parties are making certain characters, then, you know, it looks like we're getting Hound, Grapple, Inferno. Going that route. Maybe a Mirage. Sunstreaker, yeah. So, and Galvatron, obviously. But again, not to knock the third parties, because that stuff looks really good. And I've started to implement third parties into the collection. I want what looks good. I like the Make Toys Headmasters. The Cupla, they're hard head. I like the fact that they're making the Target Masters now, so I can have a blanker or point blank. That's going to be awesome. It's those obscure characters that I really want. And if Takara can't make a Victory Leo, I'm hoping someone like Fans Toys or Make Toys, someone will make a Victory Leo so we can actually get this thing. What? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyone can help out Nathan there with problem that he said in the chat? But
I didn't even check the chat.
let's see here. Moving on, we got that. I did see this on Facebook. It was the top 10 awesome G1 Transformers, according to this guy. It's his opinion. Not going to knock it, but he has Devastator, the Dinobots, Fortress Maximus, Jetfire, Megatron, Omega Supreme, Optimus Prime, Predaking, Six Shot, and his number one was Soundwave. What do you guys think of that list? And or what would make your top 10? Just kind of
These are just Transformer characters?
G1 Transformer toys.
Toys?
Oh, the toys.
Mm-hmm.
Toys. Okay. I thought you meant characters. Okay.
No, we're not going characters. Because that would. Yeah.
So combiners, you just name the combiner, and there's 5 or 6.
Yeah, just name it as the group. Devastator counts as one.
Yeah,
The Dinobots
one.
count as one group, I guess. Don't make it so big like Micromaster, so you're incorporating all of them into one. But I don't know. I just wanted to throw it out there. It's a good list. I do agree with it. I think it's a lot of it is pretty spot on. But is there anything else that you would add?
Yeah, I got one. Galvatron.
Yeah.
Galvatron was great. That was a good figure as well. Real great figure.
What was the list again, though, for toys?
Devastator, Dinobots, Fortress Maximus, Jetfire, Megatron, Omega Supreme, Optimus Prime, Predaking, Six Shot, there's your boy, and Soundwave.
I would switch Six Shot and Soundwave with Six Shot at number 1.
Oh, okay, well, I know. Oh, well, we can do that. But I'm just saying, is there anything else that you would maybe put on the list?
I mean, Shockwave is pretty coveted. A lot of people want him, and Shockwave is good.
Trypticon.
Yeah, Trypticon is fantastic. Scorponok is a lot of fun as well. Metroplex, so
the City Formers.
Yeah, so, I mean, do we just say City Formers? Because, I mean...
no, we don't need to do
their
that.
list goes. It's like, I say Dinobots, there's 5. I think Jinrai or Power Master Optimus Prime, I think that's a really good one, and it has a lot of, fun things to do with it. There's a lot of playability.
Yeah, see, I love Jinrai. But until you get to the super mode, in a way, the Transect of the original, just Optimus Prime, is a crappy toy. It's so crappy because his elbows, you can't utilize his guns, and he just has the elbow movement, and I don't know. Once you get beyond that to super to God, it's better. But yeah, I do agree with you.
Here's Nick B's list: Wheelie, Ironhide, Ratchet, Broadside, and any Action Master.
Nice.
I think he was doing a top 10 worst list, but
worst list. Brawn. I mean, I got into the comic books, but when I first saw Brawn and got him, I'm like, where's his arms? What are these little hook kind of? He's supposed to, he's the second strongest, but yet he's such a dorky looking toy. It doesn't make sense to me that he could do anything. But I mean, it's a good list, and I was just wanting to see if you guys agree with it and if you would add anything onto it. I mean, I'm not going to go like Japanese route, like, oh yeah, I'd throw Minerva on there because that's a niche group. Not a lot of us are, unless we have Nightbeat, I guess, but exposed to certain characters, toys, all that. Fort Max really does incorporate the great headmaster gimmick because they're all it's a headmaster with a headmaster with a headmaster. It seems like.
One that was really solid, and I was looking at here. I could make an argument for Sandstorm, just because a flaw is in triple changers. There's one mode that always suffers. His helicopter mode is really good.
Yeah.
His robot mode looks exactly like it does in the cartoon, and his Doom Buggy, because of scale, you got to give, the whole Doom Buggy is as big as his helicopter. You got to give the scale thing. It's G1, but the Doom Buggy is pretty on point to what it looks like in the cartoon as well. So, he's pretty solid. I
go with Astro Train. Astro Train, I think, is pretty solid, or even Blitzwing, to represent what you see in the show.
Blitzwing, the only problem I have with him is his feet are just the fins, which are just like thin.
Yeah, but at least they're die cast.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job with Scourge.
Yeah.
The old G1 Scourge.
Yeah.
But you're right, a proportionate. I mean, Jetfire always comes up with my group of friends in Australia, collectors, and obviously the Macross mold helped a lot, but I mean, that thing is just so beautiful and so solid for a G1 Transformer. It's almost in its own class.
Yeah, definitely. With the amount of accessory pieces that you get, and if you get exposed to Macross, you're like, oh wow, there's a Gerwalk mode. I can do all this other stuff with it that I didn't know. But if you watch the cartoon and you're like, this is Jetfire, I thought it was named. Do I have to do a double take? I thought they said Skyfire. And he doesn't look anything like the character on the screen, but yet.
Yeah.
But yet, it's a great toy, and it did what it. I mean, it's fantastic, regardless if you want to classify it as Skyfire and all that.
Nick B, he makes this. I totally agree with him on this one. He said Hunger seems to be like a G1 toy that was pretty ahead of its time. That I know that the one guy was kind of like, hey, classifying like groups, but Hunger individually is one of the best articulation style toys for G1. I mean, just from what you can do with his legs and stuff. So yeah, I agree with that one.
Which is originally Hasbro.
Would you guys put Perceptor in there, the G1 Perceptor, in the same class? It was pretty exact to the cartoon, and you got a tiny bit of magnification.
Yeah. Perceptor was fun. I never did have him as a kid. I did want him. I passed him up, got some G.I. Joes instead. But yeah, kind of regret that. But yeah, it's an endless supply of like who could be on there. But I think the list is pretty good. Devastator is probably on there because it's the first combiner.
Yeah.
And the Dinobots are on there because they're just a badass team, and we all like dinosaurs. Who didn't like dinosaurs in the 80s? I mean, it's just given.
Those two picks, he's already past 10, but...
Yeah, he is. He's past the allotted amount. And then Fortress Maximus, as a kid, I had that, and that was impressive, and I was, my friends will love coming over to my house. It's like, oh, dude, he's got Fort Max. Well, I got, like, Metroplex. Nah, screw Metroplex. Have you seen Fortress Maximus? Yeah, that thing's better. And then Jetfire, obviously. Megatron is great because, just wielding a gun with a silencer and the whole crap around it. It was just fun. Omega Supreme was good.
Stores and stuff like that.
Yeah, going to 7-Eleven and say, hey, what's up? But Omega Supreme was good just because it actually represented what you saw on screen as far as the base mode. And who didn't pretend that, yes, his little shuttle is so small you can't get anyone in it, but, when they introduced him and they're going back and forth to Cybertron, it's Omega, not necessarily Skyfire all the time. So Optimus Prime was ahead of its time, but that was a Diaclone Battle Convoy, but it had a lot of articulation. Predaking, son of a bitch, is huge. And it was nice.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best combiners out there besides, I think, Lyle Kaiser. Six Shot in itself is just fun because what kid wouldn't want to have a Rubik's cube, type of, oh, here, gun, bring it, I can car, all that. I mean, it's the gift that kept on giving, it's essentially. Soundwave, it was just a fun toy. It was very iconic. But all right, I just want to throw that out there. Some other things I want to. Let's see here. I'm not going to talk about. I was going to talk about Gem. That came out. 80s kid. You think it's going to do well, but I'm going to skip that. We're not going to go that. But as far as reboots, Spawn. You think Spawn should be rebooted into a live-action movie? Technology could be better.
Yeah.
Or should it go, like we were talking about on the Cybercast, a more Netflix or TV series?
Yeah, that's tough because you need the effects with Spawn. You need good effects, and with budgeting and stuff, I think a movie would be able to handle it better.
Hopefully better than the last one.
Yeah.
Last one wasn't too bad.
I see. I didn't hate that Spawn movie for it.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay.
For the time, it was good, I think.
What year did that Spawn movie come out?
Jeez.
Um.
Was it the 90s?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
90s. So it was in 90s?
Yeah, it was 97.
So Dalton, you saw this as a kid.
96.
You didn't like it?
The last time I watched it was about a year ago. It wasn't the greatest thing I'd ever seen.
Like,
You're familiar with Spawn?
How old? I'm not trying to joke here. Like, how old were you whenever you watched? Like, whenever it came out, you think?
Well, I would have been 2 when it came out, so I don't remember if I've ever seen it between.
Oh yeah.
All right, because I look at that with kind of the demonic kind of look and special effects and stuff like that, and I'll look at me as a kid, and I'm like, it's not Spawn, it's something totally different. But what can I kind of compare it to is the Golden Child, because they have the devil and those special effects. And
Golden Child. Is that Eddie Murphy? You're talking Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, dude, I absolutely love the Golden Child. I love the Golden Child, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I did like the whole mystical elements and the thing about him fighting the demons and all that. I thought that was kind of cool.
So, I mean, you kind of like look at it then, like I even look at that and I'm like, that didn't seem that dated to me. I'm like, that still looks awesome. Because that's when I think effects were great, is in the 80s and 90s, because there were more practical props being used and stuff, and not really
like
a whole lot of
puppeteering
CGI.
and all that.
Yeah, the puppeteering and stuff like that, to where now it's just all CGI. You can look at it and be like, dude, you could totally tell. Well, obviously they didn't build that
CGI.
in the background. They build that city for that one scene, but you can look at it and you can tell that it's just green screen.
Mm-hmm.
To where, back then, you look at the Star Wars cantina scene, you could tell all those people are actually there. So that's why I don't think that the Spawn movie was really that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, see that.
You have your right to your opinion, though, Dalton. I mean, if you didn't like it, I mean, that's totally cool, too.
Well, see, Josh, you bringing that up brings me to, I've recently seen the fifth Tremors movie. They use CGI, no practical props for that.
God, you actually watched that?
The what?
Unfortunately.
The what movie?
The fifth Tremor movie.
Oh, I haven't even seen one of those.
With Jamie Kennedy and.
I've only seen the first one.
I didn't even know there was a fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one is always going to be the best.
The first one has Kevin Bacon in it. Who doesn't love Kevin Bacon,
Yeah,
exactly. Reba McEntire.
Exactly.
Yeah, Reba McEntire was in there.
In there, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of dude from Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh,
the innkeeper. Yeah, that was a good movie. But yeah, you saw the fifth. Wow. I know what type of moviegoer Dalton is.
I wanted to see it because I liked the franchise, and I was disappointed.
That stinks. That sucks. It was bad, huh?
Yeah, but.
Well, hey, at least you're probably going to still get a Minions 2 movie, though, right?
God, no.
Minions 2? My kids will be excited. I did not go with them to see that. I said, you know what? My
I'll let
wife
y'all
can take
have
them. Go for that.
it.
I ain't going.
Yeah, my family went to go see Hotel Transylvania while I was at work, and okay,
All right.
fun.
I gotta admit, I like Transylvania. I like that. I like the first one. I want to see the second one. So
All right,
I have the first one. Yeah, I admit. I'm a movie buff though, or monster movie, like classic monsters person. I like that type of stuff.
I am too. I think that's why I like it so much because the characters look more like the classic monsters, that I remember as a kid.
But speaking of, let's kind of going off the Tremors thing.
Yes.
Do you think that franchise should be rebooted, redone, remade? Any reboots out there that you think should be done, or are we tired of the reboots and we should get back into the original? Just come up with some type of original idea, or I don't know, graphic novels. I don't know, find some other material.
We're talking about Spawn again.
No, just anything in general. Going off of the Spawn, going off of like Tremors. We've talked about Big Trouble in Little China being rebooted. The Rock.
We need to
Still
do
disappointed about that.
Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to just drive that stake in there, Dalton, and just keep getting us Mask. 30th anniversary. Hey, we need a Mask movie.
Me too.
That's right there. And twist it.
I think that a lot of reboots should and need to be remade, especially if you have no, representation of that over the past, maybe 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Or if you want to
Jaws?
add on to that franchise, kind of like Aliens, you have Prometheus, the way that that's going. So if you wanted to do like that and add to the story, or like Star Wars is doing with Episode 7, you want to add to that story, then that's cool. But I like original ideas, and I'm going to name 2 movies, and of course people are just going to be like, that's because you and James absolutely love them. Shutter
Wait,
Island.
don't put me in there yet until I know.
Leo.
Oh, Leo, yes, our number one fan.
Yeah.
And
So,
yep.
Shutter Island, that's a Scorsese movie. So, I like a lot of directors and actors and stuff like that. So, whenever I saw Shutter Island, it was one of those things where I was like, okay, as soon as I got done, I was like, I need to watch this again. Kind of an original idea. Inception, I absolutely loved that movie as well. It was one of those, once I finished it, I was like, I need to watch this again. And those are great movies to me, both original ideas. I like that stuff. So, we need those movies, along with the reboots as well. You just can't go reboot city over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I mean, we just had the Back to the Future, day and all that type of stuff. And I know that they don't really want to take that franchise, but it seems like that franchise is going to be one of those ones that sooner than later it's going to be redone, which I don't really support. But Ghostbusters, same way, and it's going a different route. I don't know. What about the rest of you guys? Reboots? You guys happy with what you're seeing, or yay? I mean, man, what do you think?
It's kind of hard to judge until it's probably kind of hard to judge until after we see the finished product.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
But just the track record now, though, that you've seen with reboots, I mean, have they justified it for you, though?
Don't
base
it on Transformers.
Yeah.
It just
Got me
depends on
there.
Some movies I just don't ever want to see rebooted. I don't ever want to see redone. And some I think absolutely need to be redone. It's tough.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. There are some movies that should have never had sequels at all.
Right.
Should
Exactly.
never this one. But there are some that wouldn't mind doing a reboot, but it just depends on which one they want to do.
Yeah, like for instance, Big Trouble in Little China is one that I think should never be rebooted. It's perfect. The one that was done in the 80s was perfect.
Yes.
Never be touched.
That was a
One of my
classic.
Or,
Yeah.
or even Blade Runner. They said that they're going to redo that as well. No, that movie was perfect. That's the
No.
perfect sci-fi
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Like,
That
leave
was
it
ahead
alone.
of its time.
I think studios take a real chance when they do that too, though, because you have our generation, which is, I mean, we if we really like that class of movie, a lot of us, it's gonna be hard to get us into the theater to see it. Where but in the younger generation who never saw the original one, maybe they're
Yeah.
gonna want, and it's divided. I guess what market I guess it depends on what they're going after, but it's.
I think a lot of them are looking to sell off the name because, like me, I'm sure a lot of sci-fi people here, grew up, 80s. Blade Runner is one of the best sci-fi movies, standalone. I'm not talking, in competition with Star Wars, but even if you are, I still think Blade Runner is probably one of the best sci-fi movies ever.
I worked it out.
A movie where they failed and they rebooted and they thought that they could sell off of the name recognition was Total Recall. And
Yeah.
I did not
Yeah.
like that second one.
No, neither did I. They took out they took out a huge, big, important part of it. The whole Mars idea, that was like an important part of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
Just got rid of that. I didn't even recognize it. To me, it was nowhere near like the first movie. It was almost like a whole different movie. And they just put the same name on it.
Well, that and like even RoboCop.
Yeah.
RoboCop was bad just because they knew what the target audience they wanted, and we're all familiar with the way he gets just shot up. I mean, for a kid back in the '80s, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, that was kind of.
I think my dad's sick for taking me to this movie for a little bit here.
That's a scene, That was.
But now as an adult looking back, I'm like, it made kind of the movie in a way because I can understand it. I can kind of I guess justify it, and I feel that the newer one should have had more of kind of that type of thing in it. And it's just trying to cater to kids. I mean, obviously the toy line didn't sell, and all that other type of stuff. So it failed epically, I believe. But I don't know. I was just throwing that out there. Any other thoughts on reboots? We can dive into one last other topic and then just open forum. You can talk about whatever.
I just think that they need to be careful what they try to reboot.
Yeah.
And I'm with Josh. I like original ideas more, but that's hard to come by nowadays. It seems like so. They always want to copy something.
I think it's cool if you take a nod from something. Another director that I really like is Guy Ritchie. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, Rock and Roll.
Because he's an Aussie.
Snatch, yeah.
Because I love the Aussies.
Dude, I like all his stuff. Kind of, you watch one Guy Ritchie movie, and you're like, okay, this is kind of, it's completely different, but it's kind of like it's his style, and there's always some weird twist, and like how every single character it like all wraps around to where it's like these people that had no connection whatsoever somehow come connected, and there's some like craziness going around. Like, I think that he's unique in his movies, but at the same time kind of repetitive. But I love his stuff. I love every single one of his films. All I have to see is Guy Ritchie on there, and I'm like, all right, gonna go see that. I don't have to know anything about it. I don't need to know who's acting in it. It's just, it's probably going to be a lot of people that I've seen before in his movies, but I'm like, okay, going to see that. Same with Scorsese. So.
Yeah. They do. I mean, the movies that they do are really fantastic. But yeah, reboots. I don't know. It's just it just seemed like it's becoming a norm, and I don't like that. Like Hasbro repainting all their crap, becoming a norm. So
About to open up the can again, and you go open the can of worms on that.
Yeah, but getting away from Hasbro. I don't want to. That's a huge topic there. But going into third party really quickly.
Okay.
Do you think that they should stick with? Most of the companies are going into the Masterpiece. Is that going to kind of burst the bubble with all these different other third parties, or do you think that that's the right direction? You guys kind of are like, I'm happy, I get a lot more choices, or I wish more chug a little bit, IDW, I don't know, and that's my last talk.
I think they should stick more with Chug and IDW. I mean, you got your companies that have been doing Masterpiece since they started, like Vance Toys and Gigapower. Let them keep doing it. Same with X-Transbots.
I think it's tough because I think they're competing with. When you're messing around competing with Takara, I think it's hard for third party companies. It's like they're jumping into new waters when it comes to trying to do mass style figures, and I would like to see them, get back into more third party companies doing more of the chug, do that kind of style, and but still keep that really good quality, because there were some decent figures that were done some years ago by third party companies that were awesome. They weren't necessarily a masterpiece style figure, but they were great figures.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then, just to add on to that, I wish some third-party companies would at least maybe like once a year do like Fans Project did, release their own original figure. I thought Steelcore was great.
Glacial Lord.
Yeah, Glacial Lord was cool, but Steelcore was really good. That was pretty nice. Van, what do you think? I mean, you got both third party and official.
Yeah, I would like to see him, kind of diversify a little bit. I'd love to see some IDW stuff in the chug scale. I think that when you start getting 3 Infernos coming out and stuff like that, it gets repetitive. And I think that, like Dalton said, I believe let Fans Toys stick with Masterpiece and each kind of have their wheelhouse and drive that home. But it seems like they're spreading themselves a little thin. And I'm afraid if anything, that's what's gonna hurt the third party companies, is not focusing on their talents. But
definitely.
Yeah, that's actually really good. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, you see that with Fans Project, with having their Warbot series, their Function series, and now they're doing the Lost Exio, the Dinobots, the Dino King, or the Rusaurus. Yeah, definitely, I see that. Mastermind Creation, though, I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they're still dragging their feet.
Yeah,
they gave us all these teasers. Hey, look, there's a Carnifex. Overlord, you guys want it. I know you guys want it.
Tarn from the DJD.
Tarn. Kaon. All these guys. Spartan still. We still want that Impactor. It's like, I think we're going to get the Collectors Club before we get the Mastermind Creation.
Yeah, probably.
Which, it's like, really, damn, man, this is crappy.
Yeah, and I don't know that the Ocular Max stuff, their MMC's Masterpiece scale is affecting their chug line, their IDW stuff, but it just seems like they're spreading themselves a little thin, but maybe it'll all work out.
Yeah, hopefully.
Do you guys think any companies ever really nailed exact G1 cartoon third party? Do you know what I mean? Has any company ever gone after from the start just exact animated replicas? So I'd love that. I'd love one company just to step forward and just take it on. All the same, the correct scale, correct colors, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be difficult because you're competing with all the other companies trying to do it. But I don't know. I mean, Fans Toys did a kind of a decent job with the Dinobots.
Yeah.
For what it's worth. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I like what Make Toys is doing. They're giving us that kind of cartoon look, or you want that toy look as far as the coloring.
Mm.
So that's kind of nice, but as far as right off the screen, yeah, it's no, I don't think so. I don't think anyone's hit it yet, unfortunately.
I'm waiting.
Not even the Takara stuff, I don't think is like wow, that just looks like it jumped right off the screen. In my
You know
opinion.
what? You know what I'd love? I'd love because I hear you guys, talk about Takara so much. But it's so hard to find any information or a documentary that goes inside the factories or the creations. I think that would be amazing. I know there's a lot of people here that might like that as well. So if anyone ever wants to step up, being in Australia, it's pretty isolated. We don't get much. We got to scrounge for any Transformers. So I'd just love to see a bit more info, especially on Hasbro. Has anyone ever done a documentary?
No, but Jam and I, we have a few friends that work or designers for a few third-party companies and stuff like that, and they kind of tell us like what factory is being used, and kind of like, okay, we were going to do this, but we canceled that because who's coming out with it, or there's another third-party. We were going to do this, but another third-party company is coming out with this, so we're not doing that. We changed this up, or.
Yeah, cool.
Or they use same factories that some of the KO stuff you see is what's being used for the third parties. So we get little nuggets and stuff like that, and obviously.
So no one's ever gone inside the actual factories and
No.
and filmed the molds.
I don't even know if that's something that would be allowed.
Spectacular.
Yeah, it would be, but I think every third party would love to see that information too.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Like, oh yeah, perfect. Yeah. We don't need that design team. We got it all right here. But
you talking on third-party companies? I guess I'll throw my 2 cents out there. I think the company that if everyone started to dwindle down, the company that would succeed is Mastermind Creations. They are slow and steady, but here's why I think so: is whenever someone comes out, let's say Fans Toys with their Quakewave, great looking Shockwave. Well, I think one of the best looking or as far as quality, QC, everything, third party products out there. Still think so. As soon as that Takara laser wave or shockwave pops up, dude, like you said, Russell, they're canceling pre-orders right then because they're ordering that. Because whenever it comes to where if you collect official and third party, you kind of rather have official. Official is always going to hold its value as far as masterpiece because that's the collector stuff. The third party, man, it can go up and down. Someone next week can come out with something that looks better, like Unique Toys Provider, third party Octane. Okay, only thing that's out there, don't really like it, but people are going to buy it. TFCon, they show off the KFC. Oh, dude, cancel that provider.
Yeah.
That thing, crap, So. And a month from now, something better could come out from that, or Takara could announce theirs and look fantastic. So that's where you run into the problem there. Mastermind Creations, they always put their own kind of like a little spin design on it. You even look at their Feral Rex; it's got its own unique design. It really, you can look at it and definitely see Predaking, but it's got its own design. They're doing the DJD, so. They're doing something that other companies aren't doing. While everyone else is doing Dinobots and Devastators and everything else, they're like, dude, we're doing us. We're doing something we're going a little bit different route here. They don't have anyone to compete with. Their designs are great. They're a little slow with coming out with the stuff, but if they're coming out with it at their own pace so that they don't go under, then that's what's going to keep them around, because everyone else is like, dude, we're coming out with all this stuff and we're trying to rush it out the door. Like
Definitely.
World with their Dinobots. So you guys kind of get what I'm saying with that?
Oh yeah, MMC's sticking to IDW. and that's what the fans love, because no one else, like you said, Josh, is going that route. If they get that Overlord out, oh man, it's like gives a crap about anyone
Game over.
else. Impactor, Tarn, giving us the entire DJD. Yeah, I do agree with you that with fans toys, any company that's doing Masterpiece, there's always that what if Takara comes out with the official products are going to get canceled. You saw that with KFC Citizen Stack. We're seeing that with Quake Wave, but they're still hitting that niche that, Takara's too damn slow to kind of itch, and that's just unfortunate. But yeah, I do agree. Mastermind Creation, its own demon is itself. If they could crank these out a little bit quicker, then I think they totally cornered the market, being the number one, in my opinion. I thought Fans Project was up there because, hey, add-on kits, with all their protector armor, all that armor stuff that they did back in the day. Then they came out with their Function X series, a Causality, their Warbot. But then they grew so much, they're going here and there. And
Yeah.
isn't Fans Project linked with Make Toys? Or
I
not?
think
I think they have a lot of the same designers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
you got all that, and you got so much stuff going on, and you're like, okay, they're kind of slowly, and their QC, a lot of their stuff is coming out with loose joints, and it's not something that we're accustomed with. Code came out really fantastic, hands down one of the best renditions of Chrome Dome, or I don't care of any size. You get to some of the rest of them, and now it's like, wow, this thing was really tight. It was well designed, but now they're like, you get to Croc, it's a Croc, it's a piece of shit. That's my opinion. And, some people may love it, but I think it's just not up to par what they started with. I think they're just rushing out and like, oh shit, the fans are bitching. We need to get these things out there, and we know Hasbro's coming out with one now too. So we need to get Croc out there. Let's get it out there. And
I like to think they listen to your guys' show. If they don't, they're crazy,
Actually,
if they really want a finger on the pulse,
A lot of third-party companies do listen to the shows, and they've actually contacted us and be like, "Hey,
Awesome.
we noticed you talking about this. We saw, the chat, and we actually changed things. So, like, we've been actual, reasons of why some of the changes that you've gotten in some figures before. So, I mean, it's cool that a lot of them do listen to us like that. So,
and they're fan-based companies. They're there for profit, but they are run by, or like fans want them to be run. This is what we want.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
that's all I got for topics. Open forum. Really quickly, I want to ask Van. You have Gooter, whatever that guy's called.
Yeah.
Like him? Really nice.
I do like him.
Awesome.
It was a pain changing out the hip joints, but I do like him. I'm not sure. I don't really like the designs for the slag and the sludge, though, so I'm probably not going to stay in the line too much longer. I don't know. I might pick up the slag because I'm a big slag fan, but I don't know. There's just too much Dinobots. I'm already in for the fans' toys, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious because I know the Chrome one's coming out, and I'm really like, ooh, I like Chrome. So
I think, I wish I would have waited. I've got this gutter, the metallic version, and already having the fans' toys, I kind of wish I would have waited and gotten the Chrome version of gutter just to have a Chrome example of it, but.
Okay.
And I may sell it, I don't know, and pick it up, but.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, awesome. Thanks for that. I really wanted to know about that because I'm like, oh man, they finally coming out with Chrome. Like, ooh,
yeah,
shiny.
Nice.
Like, but what do you got? Anything else you guys want to talk about? Open forum, whatever.
Want to go back on the Venge project. Really kind of glad to see that they're going back for the Parallax line again with the armor upgrades. Really looking forward to the new one that they've got coming out. It's making me want to get a regular plastics prime, and maybe that United Ultra Magnus.
Yeah, but do you think it's just something that's too old that they should have gone with the Combiner Wars Optimus as its base?
Yeah, they should have.
I mean,
I mean,
I like it too, but yeah, I don't know.
What I'm really looking forward to is the S&D kits to give you that IDW Prime and Nova Prime.
Yeah.
Or even Gendry.
Hmm.
Still be able to
I've
combine.
been sitting here racked with jealousy watching you all at the TFCon Charlotte, or a lot of you. So thanks for that. In Australia, we don't have anything yet. So
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I know you'd make a fortune if anyone wants to come over and run one.
Well, not TFCons, but there's a couple of good shows in Australia. So.
There is. I had to go meet Paul Eading, the original voice of Perceptor, about 4 hours north of here. But it was worth it, because no one was there. I literally stood at the table and chatted for an hour, and yeah, awesome. Really good guy, man. So that's why I ended up buying the Perceptor that day, getting it signed, and the fuse was lit. So that collection you saw, that's 2 months, and I'd love to, just slowly grow it. I'll send you progression shots. Because like I said, in Australia, you fight over the 2 toys that are within 200 kilometres sometimes in the store where we are. I'm about 8 hours from a major city, so. And eBay from America. I just won a Menasor off another podcast show, actually, a whole Menasor, including Blackjack. I thought, yeah! And then I paid $80 Australian to get it delivered. But it's more than worth it. So.
Wow.
Yeah, which is around, up to 120 US, I suppose.
Wow.
But my love for the plastic overpowers the price sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Am I the only Aussie on here? Have we got any other Aussies or?
Oh, I'm sure there will be some that watch in video form and stuff like that.
Yeah, cool. Well, big shout out because to all the other guys I know how hard it is to collect. So don't worry, I'll be over one year. I'm coming to see you all at one of the conventions. You better look out.
Two from Israel. So.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Man, I bet he's hard to shop. Imagine how hard it is to shop for him.
Yeah, he talked about the shipping.
Oof.
Yeah, because he got a Fort Max, didn't he?
Yeah, Fort Max. I think he said that he had a Masterpiece Star Saber sent to his house, but no one was there to sign for it. So.
Oh no!
Damn.
Damn.
Hopefully they didn't send that thing back and you gotta ship it again.
Oh man,
I'd be so pissed.
Oh, awesome! I finally got my $900 Star Saber.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, back in the day of good old Digital River through Master Universe Classics, all the European customers, they're getting screwed by shipping and how it was getting shipped to them.
Action Jack, man.
Yeah, they hated it so much. They've changed it up a little bit, but it's like it wasn't worth getting at all. Just get them off eBay because it's a lot cheaper.
Is anyone chasing anything at the moment? Because one thing about Australia, no one knows the value of toys. So when I do find Transformers at a second-hand shop, they're 50 cents, they're 20 cents, So.
MP10 Bathing Ape.
Oh God! Yeah, you're not gonna find that somewhere.
Hey, you never know. You just I'll keep an eye out.
Good luck with that one.
So
Yeah,
keep
luck
an
with
eye
that,
on
Josh.
it. You find a good price. If it's around the $500, then
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Found this at a flea market. It was only $5. No one wanted this green Optimus. Totally authentic.
They all said that he's the wrong color.
It must be a KO
Mm-hmm.
because he's green. But yeah.
So no one's been chasing anything. I love the chase. I think chasing is part of the collecting, isn't it? It's that.
Oh, the thrill of the hunt. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm putting together the G1 Protector at the moment. It's killing me. I got three first aids. I had to buy 3 first aids. He wouldn't let me take the pack without them. One's yellow, one's white, and one's yellow white. So.
Got all shades.
Wow.
I'm calling one Ratchet until Ratchet arrives. I just bought a 3-wheel Ratchet for $40 from some lucky man in America. Just made a fortune off a 3-wheel ratchet from me. So
you basically got a soft serve machine of Revelers. You got your vanilla, then your banana, then your vanilla banana.
I got a bit sneaky with the feet and hands. Do you remember the really bad Chinese reproduction of the of Protector?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what I'm doing is I'm hunting one of them just to get the feet and their hands, and I'll probably give the rest of my beautiful daughter. She can play with it in the sand. So hello.
I think
Go
we're
on, off we go.
waiting for stuff to come out, man. Like I guess I've got one more combiner I really want to get, and then I'll be done. So that's about the only thing I'm chasing now right now.
And which one is it?
I want Bruticus, the Combaticons.
Yes, yes.
I'm excited because we're gonna actually get a new mold. So Brawl's the new mold. I'm really happy. And then I'd like to be done with it, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to get that stupid Victorian on. My wife wants it. I'm like, ugh.
There's someone in the chat that actually says they're in Singapore and they're actually trying to sell some stuff. So you guys might message each other.
Yeah.
The P Ferguson 19. So.
That's cool.
Tell him. Yeah, cool. Definitely. There's cheap postage to here anyway. And what about what's everyone's wish list for the comics? Same thing with comics here. No one knows the value, so I've been picking up a lot of old comics for 20 cents. I got the first Energon and the first Cybertron there. I think I showed it in one of the photos.
Yeah.
They were 50 cents each. So.
Wow.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So we're in like a black hole. So you get this because people don't know the value of things. There's hardly anything.
Yeah.
It's so random. I watched the guy in front of me buy a metal Megatron, the proper handgun one. You just couldn't get in Australia because they're psycho. We don't have guns here, by the way. And so to have something like a replica metal gun was just so hard to get. And about 4 weeks ago, I'm looking around a second-hand shop, and I look, and the kid in front of me picks it up, goes to the counter, and I did the hover. I thought, will I offer him money? And he looked happy. He looked happy anyway. He looked happy.
I can't
Off he
believe
went,
there's
probably to
not.
get shot by a police.
I can't believe there's not guns in Australia because y'all have like 18 of the 20th most venomous or dangerous predators in the world.
Yeah.
We do,
I
but
live
none
in
of them.
Texas. No one breaks into houses here because everyone has a gun, multiple.
Yeah,
Every room.
I have my gun, and then I even have weapons stationed in different parts of the house. Like I've got a Bowie knife under the bathroom counter just in case.
Jesus Christ.
And I gotta escape. But I need bam.
Do you know what it is?
There by the toilet paper, just pull it out and do what I need to do.
Well, it's because all those animals are so dangerous. All us people we're much nicer to each other, man. Everything's trying to kill us out there. Like all the animals, we don't need to be turning on each other.
Damn, Josh is ready for him. I don't know.
Seriously,
Apocalypse, Walking Dead. I don't know. Zombie.
Like a
Zombie
foot-long
apocalypse,
mag light next to the door for whenever I answer it. Dude, I grab that thing and I'm like, "Who is it?"
That's all to protect your collection.
Cookies. And I'm like, okay, because I was about.
He comes out looking like, get off my doorstep.
I hate solicitors, man. But no, I have weapons stationed in every single room in my house. So it's a Texas thing.
Or Girl Scouts are hearing the cocking of a shotgun. What is going on?
This is in case we get koalas or kangaroos coming in the yard. So.
Nice.
No.
Battle axe.
It's because we don't have guns. We've had to go medieval. All right, getting back on topic. I'd just like to ask. I asked a question once on the show in the chat, and I accidentally said RC and said remote control. So what I meant to ask was, has anyone ever really seen a spectacular remote control Transformer or Transformer franchise, you know? Other than the crap. And do you think that's coming
Other than
soon with
crap.
drones? Can you imagine a Starscream drone? You know what I mean? Like I nearly bought an X-wing fighter drone yesterday. It was about 30 centimeters long. Sorry, about 1.5 feet long.
Well.
It was huge. And the first thing I thought was, oh, can you imagine that in a Starscream? Or is the franchise not big enough yet?
I don't think the market's there.
There's a YouTube video of someone who built a radio control and it actually flew a Veritech.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It doesn't
Wow.
transform. They hadn't gotten that far yet, but it did fly. So.
Oh man, if they could transform that thing, I'd like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the
I'm
last
still
thing needs to
waiting.
happen.
I'm still waiting to like Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar, where he just finds a predator drone, and then I'm gonna go nab that sucker out of the field. I'm gonna paint it like Transformer Prime Soundwave.
Soundwave.
That's gonna be my little RC vehicle. I'm
Mhm.
gonna fly it over people. Oh, God. They're gonna bomb us. No, it's just Soundwave, you know.
Do you remember when?
It's an RC.
Do you remember when Amazon brought out that promotional video showing they were going to deliver your purchases with drones in the future?
Yeah.
Did anyone see that? The first thing I thought of was, I'm starting a pirate drone company. Little drones with nets.
To me, that's a ridiculous idea because like those things would be hacked. I don't know if they went forward with it, but they'll be hacked. And man, it's bad enough that it could be raining outside, and my postal service person will leave something on the front door, not even knock. They'll just leave it there, whether it's raining or not. And yeah, it just sucks. So.
Well, you guys down there in Texas, you'll be shooting at them, man.
Yeah, what's that? You know, Phil. It's not flying over my house. Surface to air missile.
Like shooting. You know?
I'll send my little RC Soundwave after them. I'm like, hey, I got one missile left. So.
Kind of getting off topic, I remember, Russell, you're going to talk about a parts party story at TFCon. I just kind of want to hear that real quickly.
Okay. So Friday night, this is when everyone's there. This is before we're all partying down in the park. There was 2 parts parties going on. Well, there was one, and it literally was a parts party. It was just Transformer parts all over the place. Okay, no real figures, And we're in there, and at the con there was this transvestite dude dressed up like a woman, right? And he was wearing a dress, and at first I thought he was cosplaying or something, but now I realized it's like real deal, And well, while we're at the parts party, I think some of the Shattercast guys were in there too, okay, hanging out, coming in and out. And I'm watching, and this guy, he's like stealing parts, shoving like transformer pieces in his bag. And the guy that's running the parts party, he saw the guy. He's like, it's full of parts. He says,
do you mean his handbag?
Yeah, it was a purse.
I bet.
Gosh, it's full of like arms and and guns. I'm like, wow. What the hell is this guy doing? And and people were asking, and finally someone says, "Hey, where did you get all those parts from?" And he's like, "Downstairs." I'm like, no, you didn't. You just stole them, man. And the guy, it was funny. The guy who's running the parts party, he didn't say anything. He just let it go. I think he was kind of afraid to. He was like, and then, you guys knew who Headmaster Don is.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Big.
Kind of famous. Yeah. Well, anyway, he was at the party and sitting down in a chair for a while, and I guess the transvestite guy comes over and hits on him. What? And I'm standing there watching it all. Oh my gosh! I'm out of here, man. It's getting too crazy. I'm going to get fun. That's some crazy. I heard all kinds of crazy stuff going on. He starts, and he's like, and then I think I saw him smack someone on the rear end. I'm like, this dude's about to get beat down, man. Like, come on. It was crazy, man. But he's walking. I couldn't tell his stomach. He's jacked. And I can't feel it. Like, is he gonna build like an Armand X or something? It was weird. It was so crazy.
So is there no security at the con?
None at all, really. Nothing, There was nothing watching or was we paying attention,
Hey, Russell, do you have actually a couple of comments here from Tommy, aka Barricade? He says, "Jesus, Russell, get a mic, bro."
I know.
I heard half that story. I don't know about everyone else. That's all.
It was really fading in and
I was
out.
fading it out and all that, but
I got.
dude, Tommy, you
I
should
bet-
join if you want to join. The link's in my Facebook page. If you
I
want to
bet
join.
that guy just harasses every convention that's there and steals and gets everyone on that public. Well, what is it? A politically correct crime where no one wants to say anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he dressed that way and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet he just harasses and steals from every con. So. Just crash tackle him next time. That's the Australian way.
There you go.
No one steals. Don't steal Transformers.
There you go.
Ever.
Really hard. It was weird.
They actually had
weird.
security at a lot of the parts parties that we were at the
Yeah,
bottom.
we had security hit us up 3 parties in a
Well,
row.
that was the hotel security telling us to shut the hell up. I'm talking the actual rooms having security. I mean, Megamus had security, or at least their friends. The first guy we went to, but yeah, I mean, the hotel security coming around and telling us, "Hey, you need to shut up, or we're gonna it's like the capture prey Orson, or we're gonna boot you. You're gonna kick you out of this entire hotel."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, right. I think it's a great idea.
What's capture prey Orson? Sorry, I missed that.
If you have a parts party in your room, to run some type of security, mainly to be it's limited to this many people in the room, because then the person doing it can keep eyes on 3 people. They can't keep eyes on 15 like in the dealer room. So
Yeah.
that's what makes it hard. I'm actually thinking about making a short trip to Dallas. It's the first Saturday of every month that they have this this show, and I'm thinking about buying a table and just lining up all my stuff and being try to sell as much as I can.
"Oh, that's
What are
cool."
you guys thinking about the big Transformer movies rollout? What's it got you like? Has it got you apprehensive, excited?
Oh, Jim and I, we already talked about that.
Yeah,
we're not.
Not gonna go there again. All right, I understand.
No, you guys
But,
can if you want.
yeah.
If you guys have an opinion on it, but yeah, we've kind of
We
talked
fed
about it.
Well,
our
I just think, I wanted to add that I think it's just I think they're crazy not to see the old storyline somehow tie it back in there. Prequels. I want prequels. Damn it, I want prequels.
Yeah. Prequels.
Way
definitely.
back. I mean, way back.
Exactly.
G1 movie prequel. That's all I'm gonna say.
When no humans involved.
No, yes, please. Maybe one, but he doesn't have a spinal injury and have to live inside someone. All right.
Little nod to Daniel.
Does it? Can I ask anyone got the broken spine, Daniel? Did that ever come out?
No.
Where you can put him inside the just ask.
No, I don't think Hasbro's going to go that route. And Takara discounted that story, so.
We had Silas, remember? Yeah.
Yeah, we did get that. And we got the Silas breakdown.
Yeah.
Because he was actually inside, wasn't he? The little Silas. Yeah. I remember that.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the animated, the robots in disguise. I must admit. I'm sorry, I do. You don't have to use your brain. You can just sit down and watch a show with your kid, by yourself with the kids. It's got a bit of heart in it. I like it.
It got
The
better.
toys. Yeah. The toys are horrible. Oh, toys are horrible. I feel bad buying them for my kids. You know what I mean?
I feel bad, but there you go.
They're going to have to wait 20 years before they make good ones in a masterpiece. So.
God.
Yeah, definitely. Probably gonna end it there. We've been going on for about, I don't know, an hour and a half. I don't know how long we've been going on, but it's been a good time. But we can talk afterwards in a non-live hangout.
So don't leave when we say bye.
But if you want, you don't have to stick around if you don't want to. But if you're watching in the chat and you didn't want to be on, live, still the link is on my Facebook page, the Victory Saber 77. If you want to join in, you can, and we'll be talking afterwards. Depending if we get more people in, if I'm bouncing, we'll probably just end it. But good show. Thanks everyone for joining. I really do appreciate it. Again, we'll be here next week, same time, 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, I'll put the link in the Facebook page so you guys can jump in if you want. So, Charles, let's do some outros. Where can people find you?
All right. I'm Charles. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Optimus4Prez.
Dalton?
I'm Dalton. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Daltonians TFs.
Josh?
You can find me G1Extra on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and everywhere else, but the Facebook page is the G1Extra.
Cool. Nathan, thanks for joining us and showing us your collection. Where can people find you if they want to find you, besides us?
You can find me, if you just type in Rhino Mixed Martial Arts in Google, you'll find my whole world.
Oh, cool. Right on. Russell?
Just find me on Facebook. It's Russ.
Cool. And you're in the ROC Facebook page and all that stuff, post stuff and all that. Yeah.
You look up, you check out the RC, you'll see stuff I put there constantly. So.
Right on. Trent?
Find me at Trent5 at YouTube at Hotmail. I'm sorry, Facebook and Twitter.
Hotmail.
Facebook and Twitter.
Hotmail.
Find my AOL account.
Find me at Trent5 at Juno.
Wow. All
Oh
right.
God, you got me on a brain fart. Sorry about that.
Hotmail. Dude, that was like a decade.
Facebook and Twitter.
All right. Cool. Where can we
Facebook
find
and
you, Van?
Twitter.
You can find me on YouTube and Facebook at Van Brewer.
Awesome. And you can find me, Victory Saber 77, on Twitter, YouTube. It's the Victory Saber 77 on Facebook and Instagram. And another little plug: watch the Enter the Realm show Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time or 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on the ROC YouTube channel, talking about TFCon, all their shenanigans, all their stories and stuff. You follow them on Instagram, so check that out. And thanks again for watching. Really do appreciate it, and we will see you guys next week.